Hey guys, welcome to the next video on Redis tutorial for beginners. In the last video we have seen how we can use some of the command with the string values. Now in this video also we will see some more command which we can use with the string values in Redis. So let's get started. First of all, I will show you one command which is valid in Linux terminal also, which is the clear command. So when you do clear, it's going to clear your terminal, right? So you can see when I have given the clear command, it's going to clear the terminal, and basically what it does is it just gives some space in between your last command which you have executed and this after this clear. Okay, so now you can see this terminal is totally empty now, right? And now we can start executing some of the other command. So right now our database is totally empty, I think, so we can check it with keys asterisk. And now let's set some values, and this time we can use a command which is called SETEX. Okay, and this SETEX is the command which we can use with second. So you just need to write SETEX, and this means set the value with the expiry of the key. Okay, and then for example I just give the key, and then I need to give some seconds. So you can see the next option I need to give here is the number of seconds I want this key to live in my Redis database, and after that it will be automatically deleted. So for example 10 seconds I want to give here, and then I want to give the value of it, for example max. Okay, now when I just press enter, it's going to say okay, and when I just get name, it's there, right? And then there is a command called TTL, and then you can use the key with this, and it says 2. And what is this 2? So TTL is the command for time to live. So it will check for how much time or how long it's this key is going to live. Okay, and it says 2 seconds. Okay, so this is time to live, and then the key, and then it returns us 2 seconds because 8 seconds has already passed after giving this command. And once again, for example, I will just say get name, and it's no longer there, right? Because we have just set 10-second expiry on this key. So after 10 seconds it will be automatically deleted, right? For example, I will just give 50-second expiry, for example here, so 50 max, and then I will just give a TTL and then name, and then you can see it shows 44 second, once again 40 second, and then it will show you the seconds for which this key is going to live. Okay, and after 36 seconds it will be deleted, right? So these are 2 more command which you can use with the string, right? Now let's set one more value. For example, set name 2, and name 2 is equal to Tom. Okay, and now we can for example override this value. So I told you, whenever you write something like this, set name 2 and some other name, for example John, then it will overwrite the value of name 2. For example, I take name 2 as my key and give some other value, it will overwrite. But if you don't know if name 2 is there, and if you don't want to overwrite name 2, then you can use this command called SETNX. And this SETNX first of all checks if this key is available or not, and if this key is not available, then only it's going to create this key, otherwise it's going to just ignore, right? So let's give this command, and it says 0. 0 because no key is affected due to this command. That means when we do get name 2, we can see this name is not overwritten because this command is used or will be successful when this key is not available in the database, right? If it's available, then it's going to just ignore, and if it's not available, then it's going to create a new value. For example, I will just give SETNX 3, and this value is not available there, so I will just give some other name, and it says integer 1. That means one value is affected, and then I will just do keys asterisk to see the values, and I can see name 2 is there and name 3 is there. That means this was successful, right? And I can also get the value from get name 3 also, and I can see that value is there. Let me clear this terminal. Now if you want to know the length of the value stored in the key, then you can just use strlen command, okay, and then the key name, for example name 2, and it's going to give you the length of that key. That means, for example, I do get name 2 here, you can see it's a 3-character word, and that's the length of this value, right? And that's the result here, okay. Now for example, if we want to set multiple values with the same command, we use MSET. So just use MSET and then the key and the value. For example, this time I want to insert some numbers, so I will just say num1, and I will just give 50 here, and then after a space I will just write num2, and then I will say 60 here, num3, and for example 70, and so on, right? And then press enter, and it says OK. And then when I say keys asterisk, it's going to give me name 3 and name 2, which were already there, and then num1 and num2, because here you can see I have given the same key 2 times, right? So num1 was there, num2 and num2 I have given 2 times. Let's see the value inside the num2. So num2 get num2, and let's see the value inside it. So the value inside is the last set value. So whatever is the last set value you will set for this key, it will show you that value here, right? So once again, for example, I will just give MSET, and then num3 here, and then give the value of, for example, 60 here, and then once again do the key asterisk. It's going to give me name 3, num3, num2, name 2, and num1, right? So right now I have 2 names and 3 numbers inside my database. Now if you want to set the expiry in millisecond, there is a command called SETEX, and then it takes the value in millisecond. You can see in the IntelliSense also, right? So I'm not going to set any value here, but I just wanted to show you this command also exists, which will take the value of seconds in milliseconds, right? So this is SETEX. Okay, now there is one more command which is called DECR and INCR, which we use to increment and decrement the value of some key. So for example, I want to increment the value of key num1. So let's see the value first of all. So value of num1 is right now 50, and then we can just write DECR num1 and then press enter, and now the value becomes 49, right? It will give you the result, and when you give get num1, it's going to give you the value 49. So this DECR command will decrement the value by 1, and if you do INCR command to the num1, for example, once again the value will become 50. So INCR and DECR is to decrease and increase the value by 1. Okay, let me clear this terminal once again. Now there is one more command to increment or decrement the value by some number, and this is, for example, INCR by. So INCR by, and the key name, for example, num1 once again, and I want to increment the value of num1 by 5. So earlier it was 50, right? And then it's going to become 55 because I have incremented the value by 5. In the same way, I can do DECR by, and on the same number, num1, and for example I want to reduce the value by 30, right? And then press enter, and now it becomes 25. So get num1, and the result or the value inside it is 25. Now the last command I want to show here is the append command. So let me just set one more value, for example set, and then the key name, for example I will name it as my key. Okay, and the value here I want to set is hello. Okay, and then press enter, and then get my key, it's hello, right? Now there is an append command, so I can just use append append, and as the name suggests, I can append something to the key, right? So I want to append to my key, so I will just write the key name and whatever string you want to append here. So for example, in double quotes I will just give a space here, and then I will just write world here. Okay, and then press enter, and you can see the number of characters, I think, for the new value, right? So once again, get my key, and it's going to give me hello world. So space world is appended to the my key, right? So append is used to append a string. So these are some of the other commands which you can use with the string values. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.